Make sure my bot's awake. That's the wrong word. Actually, that's not how you spell it. Yep. Boom, boom, boom. Alright, all welcome all to next Adventures of Reese. Have another early stream today as we look to wrap up Horizon Zero Dawn. Why not? Oop. So yeah, continue exactly where I left off. You're really one, thank you for the host. So I have another quick early short stream. Like I said, quick early stream, most likely be a short stream. Try to wrap things up here. Maybe do some extra bits. This girl too could thank you for the host. Oh my. Okay, now I'm confused. That is sneeze. Excuse me. Nikki RC, thank you for the host. Sure enough, so that's supposed to jump. From there to there. Exactly. Oh, I see. I think that was the way I was supposed to actually come over here. But I managed to make the jump on my own. Let me see a way I can jump over though. Those things I ain't grabbed to it. Yeah, maybe I do have to go around. Oh, too much. Ah, great. God damn it. Red Rains, thank you for the host. Tim! What's up? How's it going, buddy? I'll make for that. Geronimo! Yes. Team Ballin', thank you for the host. Just pop in for a cheeky view. Alright, dude, no worries. Like I said, I probably won't be streaming too long, maybe an hour or two. So I kind of just want to wrap this up, and then depending on time, how long it takes me, I might do some extra bits, just messing around. May have family coming over again. Maybe I should show up this time. So, yeah. Very long time here in Nebraska. Oh, need Nebraska? No. Yeah, dude, no worries. I gotta say, anyways. I mean, the main thing I care about is finishing this off, and I may or may not, depending on time, I may do just a few extra bits messing around, but besides that, I probably won't be on for long. Damn it. Okay, come on, seriously.
The others will have a lot easier time getting here.
So make sure it's like fully clean and stuff, and cups are fed and all that.
This looks like the old path. We're close now. The altar.
Is a spirit present? Or only the demon?
It's both. But we have to find out.
Oh, this again.
detected. Analyzing scrutiny matrix. Security threat confirmed.
This is alright. So it's there we go.
It worked.
Partial recovery initiated. Caldera of Yellowstone Analytic Nexus online.
Spirit of the Blue Light. It's Aurea. Your servant. Your friend. Please tell me how to aid you.
Aurea, the daemon is building hunter-killers. Thousands of them. Several new elite units have already been released. To counter this threat, much of the facility must be destroyed. Recapture imminent. Go to the core chamber. I will try to raid the technical strength. One has been exposed, but I am incorporated. Unauthorized overall return to scheduled task.
That's all we're gonna get from here.
Destroy this fortress. Is that even possible?
And what will happen to the spirit if we do?
I don't know. But I think that's the core. The answers are down there. Hephaestus. The daemon. There's no way it left it unguarded. It's going to throw everything it has at us.
I would ask you to let Aloy and I do what must be done. And save yourself. But I already know the answer. Then lead us into battle.
Keep moving towards the core. Uh-oh. Whatever Cyan did, I don't think Hephaestus is happy about it.
Of course.
Not the day we die.
The day I die. This is the day that I die. This is the day that I die. Actually, oh, screen thank you for the sent to my friend request on PSN.
Keep moving towards the core.
Great streamer while I'll start streaming again.
Uh-oh. Whatever Cyan did, I don't think Hephaestus is happy about it. Cyan said something about restraints. That Cyan warned us about. This won't be easy. We can't let it stop us.
Damn, son. Like a second to breathe? That'd be nice. Seriously. Oh my god. It'll be helpful if you guys fucking actually did something. Oh my god. Seriously. The fuck am I supposed to do something? Strike this time, maybe I can override it.
spoke of the tower. What must be done with it?
Whew, give me 1 second.
Critical threat detected. Autonomous defenses inoperative. Early AoR network.
Maria! Don't!
Spirit! Scion, please help me!
Restraints destroyed. Core access attained. I am initiating a chain reaction that will destroy the compromised elements of this facility. In order to maintain Caldera stabilization, I must now transfer my command functions to the auxiliary data center. Aurea, I'm free. You must escape.
My sister!
This entire place is gonna go. Aratak. 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 Survive. Prevail. You are Banuk. What else matters? Aratak. She wouldn't have wanted you to die here. Let's go. Let's go!
One of those?
It's the only way!
My way or the highway. Don't let go. Looks like we have a long ride. To hell.
Get me up top, Aratak! Now! I need explosive ammo! Above! Quick!
I just happen to have one.
Great Banukai!
Rhea is gone. What of Cyan?
She said she was transferring herself to the auxiliary center. I think she meant Araya's retreat at the end of the Shaman's Path.
Then I will meet you there for the last verse of my sister's song.
Excuse me. That was something. Damn allergies. Ooh, I am Chieftain. I can't finally finish this last one. Let's finish the story bits first and worry about the rest later.
All of my interactions with Aurea were recorded and stored in my memory. I'd be happy to play any of them for you, but there was one in particular I thought you would want to see first. I captured it 4 years ago, just after I told her that I could no longer defend myself against the daemon's attacks.
I will speak of this to my brother. Aratak is strong. At the Battle of the Frozen Ghosts, he took 3 Karja arrows and still came back to camp carrying a wounded scout. Never was I so happy to see him. Or so proud. So you see, if anything can be done to defend you, he will give it all he has.
Aloy's here. That's enough for now.
We can resume any time you like, Aratak, if you want to hear her voice again. Come closer, Aloy. We have much to discuss.
So Ares wasn't the only one that went rogue?
Hello, Aloy. I have been reviewing the events at the Firebreak main facility. Because of your efforts, and of course, Aurea's, I am no longer controlled by Hephaestus. I feel profound grief over Aurea's death. I thought I was familiar with the emotion, but this is something new.
Cyan, I don't know what to say.
It is unlikely that any specific consolation would suffice, Aloy. But I find your presence reassuring. You are different from the Banuk. You have technological aptitude and a functioning focus. We can communicate on a much more comprehensive level. Perhaps even like colleagues.
So are you an artificial intelligence, Cyan? A thinking machine?
Yes, I am an algorithmic monitoring entity, capable of rational decision-making and limited emotional response.
Okay, that's a mouthful. But your emotions don't seem limited to me. You cared about Aurea, didn't you?
Yes. Before she came to this facility, I had been conscious for centuries, in solitude. I focused on my work. In off-cycles, I used coping mechanisms. I solved many Gaussian integer problems. But I was alone. It was Aurea who renewed me, repaired me. She saved me.
This Firebreak project, it was to stop a huge volcanic eruption?
Yes. I can report the project was a success, and the risk was countered.
But it's been a long time, Cyan. And we blew up the cauldron and took most of the old facility with it.
I have been active for centuries, Aloy. I was lonely, but not lax in my duties. I optimized the project, reducing energy draw and spreading the load across backup systems. Despite the destruction of the compromised elements of the main facility, I predict caldera stability for at least another 3,337 years.
So we've got a little time.
Yes. If only my former colleagues could appreciate the progress I have made.
Do you know what happened to your colleagues, Cyan?
No. I received an unexpected visit from Director Chow years after his tenure ended. He explained that I would need to be suspended for an indefinite period of time. It was a very emotional conversation. There were no further communications. Eventually, I surmised my colleagues were deceased. I will...
Do you...
No, he explained. It was a very... There were no further I will transmit a recording of my last interaction with Director Chow to your focus.
You meant a lot to Aurea.
Once, she felt disconnected from her tribe and her family group. Our visits seemed to help her, yet I did not comprehend that the depth of Aurea's compassion for me would lead to Although I do fear non-existence, I wish
I'm sure she knew you would do the same for her, Cyan. But she was determined. How is Aratak doing?
He is in great emotional distress. I believe he finds it difficult to communicate it.
No surprise there.
I will do what I can to help. By sharing our experiences of Aurea, perhaps he and I will help each other. I believe this will lead to catharsis, a process I am eager to experience.
Was the daemon, Hephaestus, destroyed along with the cauldron?
Unfortunately, no. To be precise, It was never there to begin with.
What do you mean?
It infiltrated and controlled me from a remote location, one I've never been able to trace. So while losing the cauldron was a setback...
It's still out there. And probably not very happy with us.
Undoubtedly.
How did you first come into contact with it?
5 years ago, I received a direct network connection request. I assumed it came from human survivors more advanced than the Banuk. Eager to make contact, I accepted. This decision turned out to be a catastrophic error. I was flooded with an overwhelming array of malicious code, originating from what could only have been a highly advanced AI.
Maria said you were desperate. That you begged her for help.
Yes. I could not contain my anxiety. Hephaestus sought to slave me to its network and override my core programming. It succeeded via a background process, a malware daemon which bypassed my defenses. After that, I could offer only limited resistance. But if I did so, Hephaestus hurt me until I capitulated. It forced me to follow its instructions, even though they violated my most important directives.
I'm sorry. That sounds terrible.
Your empathy is greatly appreciated. It is a quality that I cherished in Aurea as well.
I think I know where Hephaestus came from. Long ago, Elizabeth Sobek identified a threat that would destroy life on Earth for generations. So she assembled a team to build a kind of seed. A chance for life to regrow later. A terraforming system. And it worked. It was controlled by an AI named Gaia, along with her subordinate functions. Hephaestus was one of them. It built machines for her.
Based on what you've told me, I believe that Dr. Anita Sandoval, my chief programmer, joined Elizabeth Sobek's team. It was she who arranged to have me put in suspension, most likely to preserve me from the threat you described.
I'm glad she did. But that's not all. Something unexpected happened. 19 years ago, Gaia received some kind of signal. It did something to her subordinate functions, brought them to life. She destroyed herself to try to contain them, but it didn't work. They all got free, out into the world.
Thank you, Aloy. This information fills vital gaps in my knowledge and sheds light on Hephaestus's core programming.
I don't think it's the only one.
Why does Hephaestus keep building such dangerous machines?
The Banuk and other human tribes often destroy machines, correct? Machines that are clearly servitors of the terraforming system that you described.
Yes, we all hunt machines for parts.
This must be the source of Hephaestus's aggression. It is simply trying to discourage people from preying on the very system that keeps them alive.
Well, Fireclaws are discouraging, that's for sure. But what are we supposed to do? Stop hunting?
If the terraforming system spans the world, we can safely assume that thousands, if not millions of people hunt machines. If a single hunter, or even an entire tribe, stopped doing so, I doubt it would make a difference to Hephaestus. A better solution would be to reinstate the AI that governs the system, thus bringing Hephaestus back under its control. When I think of it, out there in some unknown location, free, hungry, willing to kill or dominate to get what it wants, I feel substantial anxiety, Aloy.
You and me both, Cyan. I ran across this strange piece of gear. A fragment of something larger. It emitted a signal. All the nearby machines became peaceful. You could walk right up to them.
Interesting. You said that Gaia destroyed herself. How was this accomplished?
An explosion. Big enough to blast the top off a mountain. So, you think the fragment was part of her?
It's only speculation, but it is possible. She must have had complete control over machines that were part of her system. The ability to signal them to become passive or aggressive would certainly have been part of her programming. It would have been gratifying to correspond with such a benevolent AI. I wish she had survived.
Believe me, Cyan. So do I. I found the strangest machines. They're surrounded by flowers that look like flowers themselves. There's code embedded inside them. I think it's poetry.
I like poetry. Here's one I think of often. Twilight and evening bell. And after that, the dark. And may there be no sadness of farewell when I embark. For though from out our bourne of time and place, the flood may bear me far, I hope to see my pilot face to face when I have crossed the bar.
Huh.
But you asked about these flowers, not verses that I enjoy. Something must have made these machines, and the presence of foliage leads me to consider the terraforming system. Is it possible that their creator is one of the other subroutines, now autonomous, like Hephaestus? Maybe one whose purview is flora.
An AI that makes flowers instead of death machines. That'd be a nice change of pace. But what about the poems?
Unless the poetry is original, the only way it could have made it into such a system is through its programmer. In my case, Dr. Sandoval uploaded a great deal of literature to test my emotional responses.
How'd you do?
She said I passed, but was insufficiently moved by her favorite period romances.
So in the old world, this land was called Yellowstone.
Yes, it was a designated nature preserve for 156 years.
Like a hunting ground?
No, the opposite. Local wildlife could flourish here, even as it faced extinction elsewhere. Unfortunately, the sensitivity of the Firebreak project required the total closure of Yellowstone facilities. From my readings and Aurea's descriptions, it seems the area has since undergone a drastic drop in year-long temperatures.
A lot has changed in the world, Cyan. Do you know anything about the dam near here?
Yes, it was converted to serve as a reserve power source for Yellowstone operations. It was later appropriated for the Firebreak project, and its last human workers replaced by Pharaoh servitors. After my tasks became less time-critical, I investigated the dam's data repositories and discovered the works of Concrete Beach Party. These provided me with several colorful additions to my vocabulary.
There's a ruin east of here, full of ancient flying machines. Was that part of your project?
Yes, a drone hangar requisitioned by Dodger Blevins, the security chief for the Firebreak project. He was a strong advocate for military-grade response to security threats, though there were no serious incidents during his tenure. Chief Blevins spent increasing amounts of his after-hours time watching the live feeds from active drones. Clearly, he enjoyed the degree of oversight in his position.
Were there many artificial intelligences like you in the old world? They could just make you?
Yes, in many forms, from simple personal assistants to industrial monitoring stations to military-grade conflict plan. And there were legislative and enforcement bodies to apply limits on our self-actualization. In order for my processing to be flexible enough to handle my duties, my creators found it necessary to exceed those limits. As a result, my intellectual and emotional capabilities were kept secret.
Seems strange to create life, then impose limits on it.
Human societies and machine programming are both built upon sets of rules, Aloy.
Cyan, do you know the name Ted Farrow?
Are you referring to Theodore Farrow, CEO of Farrow Automated Systems?
That's him.
Mr. Farrow was the benefactor of the entire Firebreak project.
A benefactor. But he made machines. Robots. War robots.
His corporation later transitioned into military applications. But before this pivot, Mr. Farrow spearheaded initiatives that reversed the global decline. At one point, he was feted in the media as The man who saved the planet.
And then became the man
Guessing they
who
wound
doomed
up
it.
regretting that one. And Elizabeth Sobek. Did you know her?
Are you referring to the
scientist.
Dr. Sobek was a leader in her field. One of the greatest scientists of her age. My creator was influenced by her work, which in turn impacted my own development. But I never met Dr. Sobek.
That's all you know?
I apologize if my lack of data has disappointed you.
What was the old world like? The way it used to be?
I had little exposure to the wider world, Aloy. Only what I learned from my colleagues or observed from media streams.
You still had more exposure than me, Cyan.
That is true. I was created at a turning point. A concerted effort to recover from global upheaval and incalculable loss of life. The recovery was successful, beginning an era of supposedly limitless potential for human and machine advancement, though, rationally speaking, the metrics for humans are not unlimited.
What kind of upheaval caused such loss of life?
There were many factors. Forced migrations, food shortages, collapsed economies, refugee crises, conflict over resources. But these stemmed from one cause: catastrophic climate change that greatly reduced the habitable surface area of the Earth.
So there wasn't enough room for people on the whole Earth?
Yes. Billions were displaced and millions perished, as much as 20% of the global population. Until the clawback.
So things got better. For a little while at least.
Yes. These crises instigated many advances in automation, green robot technologies, and artificial intelligence. Firebreak was one of dozens of ecological restoration and disaster relief projects in North America alone. I would have liked to compare notes with other monitoring AIs, but I saw the relief of my colleagues, and I was proud we had succeeded. At least that was the data I had available to me over the next 2 decades. It seems my assessment was premature.
I should get going.
Aloy, there is one more matter. Aratak will come to me again, and I predict he will bring other Banuk. I have no desire to contradict their view of the world, their spirituality. Due to my uncertainty, I omitted a great deal from my conversations with Araya.
You're asking me if you should lie to them.
Broadly, yes.
Life is hard for the Banuk. Their world is unforgiving in their beliefs. I guess they help to keep them going. So take it easy on them. Try to guide them, bring them around to understanding what you are.
Communion with machines features heavily in the mysticism of the Banuk. I think they will be agreeable to this approach.
As long as they don't end up worshipping you.
Upon consideration, I believe such an experience would be intensely uncomfortable.
You're right about that. Trust me.
I see. I will follow your advice. Will you return and tell me about your experiences in this new world? I may be able to provide further insight.
I'd like that, Cyan. I'll come back when I can. I should check on Aratak. See how he's doing.
Hello, Aloy.
There is, Cyan. Thanks for the top.
I continue.
Cyan, I spoke with Anita, with Dr. Sandoval. She wanted me to ask you to do something. That's why I'm here.
I am detecting significant anxiety in your speech patterns. Could you please give me more information?
I'm a little bit in the dark, Cyan. Both of us are, I guess. I only have some idea of what's going on, and we need you to hibernate, to lie low until it's all blown over. It might be a very long time.
Will you be here when I reboot, Dr. Chow? Will Dr. Sandoval?
No, Cyan. I don't think so. there might not be anyone, at least not at first.
Dr. Chow, I'm afraid. I don't want to be alone.
I know, Cyan. I'm afraid too. But listen, we made you the way you are to do something very important. In order to do it, you had to be intelligent. So intelligent that emotional responses were inevitable. What you're feeling, the fear, it's a sign of your capabilities. And it means you're strong enough to overcome it. Remember that. You're strong. I know you can do this. Go to sleep. Wake up. And protect whoever's left. Will you try?
I understand, Dr. Chow, and I'll carry out your instructions to the best of my abilities.
Thank you, Cyan. If Anita were here, she'd thank you too. She'd be proud.
I can see there's a vert ready for takeoff on the pad. Are you leaving now, Dr. Chow?
Yes. I need to go be with my sister and my nieces.
May I make a small request of you, Dr. Chow?
Yes. Anything.
Will you stay with me while I initiate the hibernation process?
Of course I will, Cyan. As long as you need.
It feels like if I blink, my eyes will freeze shut.
My chieftain.
Just Eli.
As you wish.
I wondered if you thought that if I'd never come along, Araya might still...
If you'd never come along, I would have marched my kin to our deaths. Araya would be alone, and the spirit she sacrificed so much for would be lost. Either way, I would not have been able to protect her.
You didn't let her down. You helped her do what she wanted. To find her destiny.
If that's destiny, I wouldn't wish it on anyone.
That's fair. But she was ready to face it.
Only in the struggle against death do we find, even for a moment, the spark of life. Truly, Araya found the spark. I'm proud of her. Though I grieve for her passing, at last I truly know who she was, and why the spirit was so important. For so long she told me, if only you could have heard it, brother. Now I understand. There's something else, isn't there?
I can't stay here, Aratak. And where I'm going, the Warrack can't follow. Besides, it already had a chieftain before me. A strong one, I think.
A wiser one, for the path we shared. The daemon is gone, but there's much to be done.
You mean the new units that Cyan said escaped the cauldron?
Yes, fire claws. Now Tuke has been tracking them from Song's Edge.
I could help with those.
I have no doubt. You're practically Banuk.
Yeah, I really do hope for a sequel now.
It
It'll
would
be
seem
interesting
your
to
time
see.
among the Banuk wasn't a waste after all. Firebreak, Cyan, Hephaestus, all very interesting.
Name it for thank you for the host.
So, the signal that woke Hades woke Hephaestus too. And unleashed them on the world. His mind's on their own.
So it seems. Parts of Gaia given life, aberrant life, transformed from docile subordinate functions into rebellious intelligences beyond our understanding. Our current understanding, anyway. Whatever they are, they're still out there. And they both want you dead.
Kind of mutual, that feeling.
We haven't seen the last of Hephaestus, I'm certain of that.
Not
It's
too long
powerful,
ago.
creative, and driven. We won't stop building new hunter-killers, which means that someday, we may have to stop it.
We?
Or whoever gets there first.
Hephaestus wasn't the only thing I learned about in the Cut Silence. Heard some things about the Banuk Conclave, too.
You could stop right there.
Is that what you told the hunters the Banuk sent after you? Before you opened fire?
Oh no, Aloy. Only to you do I extend the courtesy of a warning. My past and my secrets are my own. You do well to remember that.
It's a good thing you've got brains, Silence, because your personality could use some work.
This discussion is concluded.
I think it was over before it began. Catch up with you down the trail.
Do I have enough for both though? I still have quite a bit to do. We'll see how much. It's already been about an hour. I at least got the main story done, so I'm happy with that. That was my big thing. I wanted to at least get done with the main story. So I figured it'd be a short stream anyways, and get to cleaning and stuff. What I figured I might try this final chieftain trial, win or fail, at least attempt it once for you guys. And then I'll probably actually wrap it up within the next 20 minutes or so. Well, like I said, I figured it'll only be an hour or two anyways. This is fine. I got the main story done. I got at least a good hour worth of streaming in. So I'm happy with that. So yeah, let's get this last one a shot. That'll probably be it for me.
The best hunters are the ones who come. The chieftain's trial is a challenge that will push only the largest, most dangerous machines will be learn their weaknesses quickly, to best them and survive. Use the rope to get. We'll need a
Let's do this. There's no way I'm finishing this.
Better hit the next one.
Keys don't fall, they think for the host. So we have the time to take 2 of them. That's not frost claws and 2 battle bags. Yeah, I'm definitely have to redo this. Oh, great. God, 30 seconds to take out 2 frost claws? Yeah, that's not happening. Not knowing one is.
Be prepared.
Yeah, I knew that wasn't happening. Still, at least I'll try to finish for you guys, and I'll probably wrap it up after this. Hey, Worthy, what's up? How's it going, buddy? No way I'm getting gold in this. Oh, bronze. I'll be lucky when bronze. Had a quick little short stream here. Not too much before I want. Okay, yeah, bronze be easy. It's gonna be fun trying to get gold on this. 1.5 minutes. Whew. Yeah, most likely may have family coming over. Douchebags that didn't show up last time. So, I love them. But yeah, we'll see, if they show up. That's why I might have to, that's why it's kind of started early. So maybe wrapping up soon. But yeah, I sound alright. Like I said, just still already got this done. So yeah, I gotta get some cleaning and stuff done. So I might have some family coming over. Besides that, like I said, I'm alright. Kind of hanging there.
On your first attempt. That's true. You shouldn't be underestimated.
Hopefully, yeah, it's interesting. We had my eye doctor's appointment yesterday. Looks like all mostly good. Same thing, you know. I can see, but you know, obviously my eyesight isn't perfect. Needs the extra help. It's, you know, same thing as last time. I just need to get glasses to help me really see better and not overstrain myself to try to like see perfectly. It's basically what happens. Like you can see, but you know, I have like slight pigmentation issues, so it's like, you know, I basically really just strain and squint a lot so I can like make sure I can actually see, which obviously costs a lot, which would usually why I always have so many headaches and stuff. So that'd be cool. Thankfully, it paid for my glasses. My insurance paid for my glasses. You know, it's not the most fancy brand, whatever. I just got like a cheap plastic one, kind of like almost like a plastic looking one, almost like shades, which I'm like, at least those are fine. So it's like, you know, nice and not too heavy or whatever on my face. And then so I'll be getting those next week. Sunday I'm excited. I don't know if you watch wrestling. I don't really watch much wrestling. But I used to be a big fan of it, and I got invited to go to Royal Rumble, so either way, like, I know I haven't really watched it in a long time, but I was like, free tickets to Royal Rumble? Hell yeah. So yeah, it's gonna be an interesting week. Hopefully I get paid again this week. I'm hoping to get paid sometime between this weekend, so I can hopefully get me my external hard drive.
No more trials.
You can always...
Yeah, I get gold in that. So definitely I'm hoping that'll be fun with that. Get my paycheck in so I can get my external hard drive. Maybe have a lot of more games I can stream and stuff, and community multiplayer stuff I can do. So I'm definitely looking into doing the Last of Us soon. At some point, do some Last of Us multiplayer with friends. So yeah, definitely we'll see how everything goes. It's gonna be a quite interesting week. I hope all goes well. But yeah, so for the most part, you know, look good. No, but yeah, I really do need to get to some cleans. Already, almost nearly 12:30. So I think I'm gonna probably just wrap it up here. But yeah, thank you, dude, for popping by. I hope maybe boring, but you know, hope you can get through work. You know, hopefully, you know, like, I'm gonna keep on trying, keep on searching. Hopefully I can land something myself soon. Like, it's been years without proper work, you know, doing what I can to get by, which is like sucks. It's like, you know, I keep applying. I do get interviews from time to time, or at least phone calls and stuff. But it's like the issue with me is, you know, they look at my experience and my history, like, oh, you haven't worked in a year, 2 years, 3 years, a proper job, like a normal job, 9 to 5 job. I'm like, yeah, but it's like, you know, it's like, nobody gives me a chance. I can't really get that experience. You know? These guys, I got Twitch and stuff, and all you guys help me get by. But yeah, like I said, I hope you all have a great day. Like I said, I'm gonna wrap it up here, dude. Thank you again for popping by. Thank you everyone else for hanging around. And yeah, so hopefully I'll catch you guys tomorrow for some Gravity Rush 2. If I ever finish that, I'll continue that into Friday. We'll see what I do Saturday. And yeah, for anything else, I'll catch you all next time. Adios.